Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at the 5 best 4K 27-inch monitors in the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks, then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a 4K 27-inch monitor. You can find timestamps and links to all of the products we mentioned in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. Number 1. AOC U2790VQ. AOC has done a great job with the U2790VQ in terms of offering great color representation and crispy 4K goodness, all in a decently designed package. While it doesn't have stuff like high dynamic range HDR, the color gamut is still very good and would be absolutely fine for some Photoshop work. It's fair to say this is far from a high-end gaming monitor, but you could still game in crisp 4K in a pinch, and as a monitor for productivity, you really cannot go wrong at this price. It does come with plenty of connectivity to cover all your bases, the only real possible deal breaker as it does not have a USB-C input, so if by chance a computer only has USB 3.0 outputs for a monitor, you'll probably want to keep looking. Number 2. Asus ROG Strix XG27UQ. It's somewhat pricey but doesn't rise to the absurd cost of many 4K gaming displays. Connected to the DisplayPort, your PC or gaming laptop will be capable of running 144Hz with a 1 millisecond response time for near instant mouse feedback. Unlike other gaming monitors that focus solely on faster refresh rates, the ROG Strix doesn't abandon visual quality for the sake of frames per second. It hits a respectable 90% in the DCI P3 color gamut and a radiant 400 nits of brightness, so your favorite video game worlds will look good when you slow down to enjoy them. When things speed up, however, you can rely on its NVIDIA G-Sync tech and VRR to avoid tearing or dropped frames. The display itself is customizable based on your game genre of choice, letting you choose settings in the display widget software utility for racing, FPS, RTS, MOBA, sRGB, or cinematic, among others. Number 3. Dell UltraSharp U2720U. One of the best Dell monitors because it stays pretty affordable despite impressive specs. For photo and video editing with accurate colors, you'll find 95% DCI P3, 99% sRGB, 99% Rec 709, and a sub-2 Delta E score with 350 nits of brightness at 1300:1 contrast. You won't find the same breadth of color standards as the ViewSonic or BenQ models, but you'll still get wide gamuts for 3 of the most commonly used standards. This is a dependable 4K monitor to pick for working at home, regardless of your occupation. The 27-inch display will greatly expand your workspace, and with its Display HDR 400 compatibility, you can set it in Display HDR, Movie HDR, and Game HDR modes for the best performance in any context, including when the workday is done. You'll also have the choice between 1 HDMI port, 2 USB-C ports with 90 watts of power for your connected laptop, 1 DisplayPort connector, and 3 USB Type-A ports. Number 4. BenQ PD2720U. If you're willing to more than double your 4K monitor budget, the BenQ PD2720U is easily the best choice for color performance and creative work while still offering an attractive design, flexible stand, and great port selection. For reliable color fidelity, the BenQ PD2720U has 100% sRGB, 100% Adobe RGB, and 96% DCI P3 color reproduction, plus color presets for Rec 709, CAD CAM, animation, low blue light, and darkroom. You can split the 27-inch monitor down the middle and have it display 1 color type on each side too, in case you need to compare and contrast. Whichever PC or laptop you own, you can connect it via the multiple HDMI, USB-C, Thunderbolt 3, or DisplayPort ports, depending on your preferences. A control puck attaches to the micro USB port and lets you quickly change modes without having to use the under-monitor controls. Number 5. Dell S2721QS. You'll rarely see a 4K monitor in this price range with such excellent specs, but Dell surprised us with the 27-inch 4K S2721QS monitor. Some of the major feature highlights include 99% sRGB color gamut, AMD FreeSync support for 4K gaming, built-in dual 3-watt speakers, Dell's trademark ultra-thin bezels on the top and sides, a fully adaptable stand including height adjustment, low input lag between 8 milliseconds and 4 milliseconds, and support for HDR playback. If you're looking for adjustable color modes for creative work, you'll need to look elsewhere, like the ViewSonic, our top pick. The S2721QS is also thin on ports with 2 HDMI 2.0, 1 DisplayPort 1.2 and a line-out port for audio, but no USB ports whatsoever. Otherwise, it's surprisingly able as a casual gaming machine unless you want more than 60 FPS in 4K, and will let you watch 4K HDR content once you're done with working from home. Now that we've shown you the best 4K 27-inch monitors, let's talk about a few things you should look for before buying one. Firstly, screen size. This is really about preference. How big is your desk? How far away will you be sitting from your monitor? A 27 to 32-inch screen size seems to be the industry norm at the moment, but you can find different screen sizes to suit your needs. It's probably best to go into a store to do some window shopping for this, because you'll be surprised at how much more stuff you can show on a 4K monitor. Secondly, panel type. The panel describes the way in which the screen shows its image. The main panel types are TN panel. These are usually the most common as they are the cheapest to manufacture. They provide very low input latency, which means if you like to play fast-paced games, the signal from your controller will reach your eyes much faster. On the downside, the colors aren't as vibrant, and sometimes the colors shift if you're looking at the monitor from a different angle. IPS, PLS is also similar. Panels are basically the reverse of TN panels. They have high latency, which means you might not see all of the fast-paced action if you're a competitive gamer. On the other hand, it has excellent color reproduction. VA panel gives even better color reproduction than IPS, but even higher latency. So basically, if you're on a budget or love hardcore, fast-paced gaming, go for a TN panel. If you really value color reproduction and don't really play games too much, go for the IPS panel.